Hey guys, welcome back. As always, my name is Lazar, and today we're gonna be diving deeper into the Bassocyst, one of the brand new Coda weapons. And I got good news, this one is something else. Let's begin by checking out how the weapon handles without any mods equipped. And for that, just a couple of our regular free shots. Now tell me what you see. That's right, that's an Arca Plasmor-like projectile, but this one is slightly different and slightly special. First of all, normally Plasmor-like projectiles do not have a headshot multiplier. This one does have a headshot multiplier. Second of all, it does not bounce off of surfaces. Instead, upon contact, it looks like it's exploding in an area of effect. That's just a visual effect, much like the Arca Plasmor. And there's one more thing, the limited range on this one is 35 meters by default with no fall-off. So fall-off starts at 35 meters, so you don't actually need to modify for something like increased projectile flight speed, but it is a pretty good idea. On secondary fire mode, this one will be infecting enemies. It's gonna be consuming 4 from your magazine and up to 6 enemies will be infected for 10 seconds with a damage tick every second. And that damage tick is very special because you see, my friends, it's gonna be applying an impact proc and a magnetic proc with each and every single tick, regardless of your progenitor bonus. What happened there? I just ranged executed a target because that's the second part of the secondary fire. This one actually changes appearance if the target is ready to be executed or is open to finishers. For example, let's say I'm gonna whittle down this Caldra Dedicant with my secondary fire. As soon as it's in execute range, you will see that the reticule has changed shape. And if I execute a secondary fire now, I teleport to the target and I execute it, which has some nice synergies with the Parazon mod Blood for Ammo. Now, regarding the secondary fire mode, keep in mind this is a frontal cone-like ability in the sense that it's got about a 30-degree range. So essentially, in a line, you can infect multiple targets, again up to 6, and you're gonna be getting yourself that yummy damage over time. And of course the crowd control that goes along with it. The unique trait reads as follows. Alt fire infects enemies, damaging and applying both impact and magnetic status effect over time. When targeting enemies open to mercy kill, the alt fire will instead trigger a range execution on the target. Regarding the base stats of the weapon, well, they don't really look all that impressive, but if you factor everything in, this one can actually pack quite a punch. Regarding the Riven disposition, because some of you already asked, no, I would not use a Riven on a Dispo 1 weapon. I don't think it's a solid investment. It is semi-automatic, but unfortunately Cannonade cannot be used on it. I don't know, ask DE. Critical chance, not fantastic at 18%, but the critical multiplier is nice at 2.2. That does mean that it's still viable to mod for crit. As you can see, you have a whole lot of blast on this one, and with the 31.3% valence bonus that is currently available for the weapon, we go to over 1,000 on the primary fire mode. Regarding a build, I propose you try something like this. If you take a look, it's basically a standard-ish Plasmor build. Galvanized Savvy, how does it apply? Is it multiplicative? No, it is additive both on primary and secondary fire mode. It is definitely worth using. In this case, of course, we got Shotgun Elementalist as per usual. Galvanized Hell and Prime Chilling Grasp in combination with Scattering Inferno are gonna be making a whole lot of blast on the weapon. And as you saw earlier, we set the progenitor from valence bonus also to heat. And if you're unclear what this valence bonus is and how valence override works, well, I just formatted my Bassocyst 5 times. You know what that means? That means I can finally go into actions and use valence override. But in order to use valence override, I'm gonna be needing an elemental vice. In order to obtain the elemental vice, you got 3 options. You either pay 20 plat for it, or you visit Eleanor Nightingale, go to browse wares. It costs 50,000 standing, and you can also get it from the brand new Temporal Elite Arcamedia. And yes, it is worth it because after you install this puppy, you're going to be able to change the bonus element or your progenitor bonus at will without any additional cost. Yes, it may be a little bit of a hassle getting to this point, but once you do, you can pick anything. And let's say, oops, I made a mistake, it doesn't matter. I changed my mind, I want a different build. Boom. Again, no additional cost whatsoever. Regarding Arcane, you have a couple of options. I would recommend you go for Shotgun Vendetta. However, you can also opt for something like Primary Frostbite, but you will have to get your little Sentinel, something like a Diriga with a Tatsicore or a Hellstrom to get those cold procs and keep that Frostbite up. It is worth, especially if you're going to be using Arcane Avenger on your Warframe. Regarding the Warframe buffs that I proposed, let's begin with the Primer as per usual, again Dediga Tacticore combination. If you need Viral, try something like this on your Tacticore. Viral, Rad, Mag, and Electric. Viral can be obtained from a variety of sources, for example you can also use Grendel's Thing. But if you are gonna be using Nourish, keep in mind the added viral damage to your weapon and how it affects the proc priority. Right now, I don't really care all that much because I'm gonna be applying a whole lot of blast procs. Basically, my chance to proc is gonna be 95.5%. One more thing that you should know about the Bassocyst, this is more about the new interface or new-ish interface. For example, if you hover over the status per projectile, you see 4 status effects, impact and magnetic, again on a per tick basis, which is absolutely awesome. Regarding Warframe buffs, first of all, you will need on this weapon a source of fire rate. If that is from your Warframe's Arcanes, if that is a mod on the weapon, or perhaps some outside buff, totally fine, but at least one source of fire rate. I would propose Tempo. This is a very cheap one. And in the second one, Avenger. That way you push that critical chance of your weapon because the critical multiplier is actually not bad. These two Arcanes would definitely be a good idea, or you can also get fire rate from something like a Wisp buff. Caldra, Battle Group level 205 with the Steel Path modifiers enable, a secondary fire up first and then kaboom baby boom. Look at them fizz. Essentially, you are just annihilating everything with extreme prejudice. That's how the weapon plays. And I gotta be honest with you, it is an absolute joy. If you enjoy the Plasmor gameplay style, you're definitely gonna be loving this one as well. I mean, look what I did to the Dedican. Absolutely chomp him. Look at the damage over time. And now I can execute him from range. Nice and easy. It melts with no issue whatsoever. Now that's the Scaldra, but we're also going to be testing the exact same build on multiple battle groups simply because I believe you guys want a build that can kind of do it all. You don't want to change stuff from mission to mission. So next up on Cartoon Network, Techrot. Techrot are a whole lot easier normally, so these guys are going to get blown up, well, easier. If you have the patience for damage over time, you can just use the secondary fire mode, like so, and watch the damage over time. But let's be honest, you love to explode that stuff, don't you? If not, the damage over time is more than plenty. Bang Blast, well, the Reformed Blast, that is. The last battle group which I do want to talk about is gonna be the Motherware battle group because I believe this one is still relevant to this day. Careful at the Anatomizer and firing secondary fire mode. Take a look. Sometimes it just goes, you see that? It's stuck in the middle? See the projectile there? It goes through the center and doesn't do anything sometimes on the Anatomizer. Essentially, the targeting mechanism of the secondary fire mode is very similar to another fantastic shotgun. Yes, I'm talking about the Zero. However, this one generates a projectile for all the targets within range, up to 6. So it doesn't have a problem with the whole, I gotta curve my projectile, which is why it's fine to use projectile flight speed on this one. Damn, I love this gun. I just love this gun. And by the way, right now I haven't even used Wisp buffs. It just melts. It's Melt City. Steel Path level 190-ish against the Scaldra, not even the Techrot. If I put down my Wisp buffs, because I assume you guys would be getting some buffs in your missions as well, then it's all over. It's just stupendous. It's glorious. So far, this is, without a single doubt in my mind, the best range weapon I have tested out of the Coda weapons. And this one is actually bloody fun. Thank you so much, the for fun weapon. Look at this. Look at the damage numbers. I don't care. Jimmy crack corn, and I don't care. Now another beautiful part of this one is how many times I use my secondary fire mode. 0 times, because I don't need to. It's an amazing weapon. In case you guys didn't tell, yes, this gets my full recommendation. For the last 2 hours and a half, I've been testing and building this weapon with the guys over on Twitch. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't stop smiling. It is so fun. It's the only weapon I realistically got excited in the last half a year or so. That got me excited, folks. So yes, go, build it, enjoy it, my friends. It's a fantastic gun. It's got some interesting gimmicks to it. It does hold water, it does pack a punch, and it can handle most content in Warframe. It gets my full seal of approval. I kinda spoiled the ending of the vid, but hey, I'm gonna keep you with me for a little while longer because I do enjoy the gameplay. Keep in mind to aim for the head. This does have a headshot multiplier, so just aim slightly above enemies' heads. We got a Dedicant over there. Is that a Dedicant? Yeah, that's a Dedicant. Use the secondary. Boom. Oh. Ranged execution and my magazine back to full thanks to the Blood for Ammo Parazon mod. Is that not beautiful? Is that not a fun way to play games? If I activate my Wisp free, Breach Surge, of course, that's gonna be even more damage. But Breach Surge works really, really well when you have like a bullet holes canopy. I don't need that. And the reason why I'm going slow is not because of ammo economy or anything like that, it's because I don't need more than one projectile through a corridor to melt absolutely freaking everything. Is it a Plasmor? Yes, it's a Plasmor with a headshot multiplier. It's a Plasmor that doesn't bounce. It's a great and fun weapon. And you know what? It sounds fucking amazing as well. Kaboom! I love it. I cannot give this one high praise enough, and I'm really glad to see the return to form with this awesome weapon. I guess I could show you a Acolyte. To be perfectly honest with you, I was kind of dragging this one out in the hope that the Acolyte would spawn and I wouldn't have to make a cut. But no luck. There he is. And that's dead. Now, nice and easy. It basically melted the target. My friends, you already know the conclusions. I don't need to sell you on this weapon. It's a great weapon. Is it in cardinal level of performance? Not quite there, but I would say this is the, realistically speaking, the first ranged weapon that is basically in the same galaxy. And you know what? I don't think we need like top tier performance anymore. We got plenty. Do you really use all the top tier performance in terms of weapons? Do you really got that kind of time? In my opinion, right now it's more important for cool mechanics and actual, subjectively speaking, yes, fun guns to use. And I fully recommend the Bassocyst. Enjoy. As always, my name is Lazar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, channel, subscribe only if you enjoy the content. You can also tune into Twitch where we do this stuff live and you get to have an input. And I think that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.